Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of a Pretty Little Podcast. I'm Allie Violet Vixen, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host.
Hi guys, it's me, Jesse. Welcome back another week. I got my boy here, but we love him.
So let's jump right in. Tonight we are unleashing a sonic storm. This rock band channels adrenaline into their music, fusing gritty rhythm and unforgettable hooks that leave audiences craving more. Please welcome MonteCarlo.
Hey, what's happening? How you doing? What's going on?
Hey, okay, so we have so much to talk about because you guys have been doing big things. So first, can I have you go through and kind of introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Damien.
That's it, just Damien?
Introduce myself. It's my name, Damien.
Damien plays drums.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
he's the drummer.
I'm Dan Parcells. I play guitar.
I'm Bert. I sing.
This is Ahmed. He just got
This
here.
Ahmed just walked in. He's right behind us.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, I saw your videos the other day. He had posted. Is that his daughter?
Yes. Yep. That's Ahmed's daughter.
She is so cute. I couldn't get enough.
And she bosses him around too.
All the time.
I love. She's going through the whole Christmas list. She is all about Christmas.
God,
I didn't see
watch
that.
Christmas movies right now.
She never seen Christmas Carol though. And you were pretty offended by that.
It's too early.
Yeah.
It's still Halloween.
So usually I ask the background, but we'll get there in 1 second because let's jump right in because you, like I said, you have so many fun things that you've been doing lately. First, congrats on hitting over 10,000 views on, was that on Spotify for Drink
For
Me
the new
Heavy?
song that we just released, yeah.
It's awesome.
I mean, that's really exciting.
Yeah,
And-
we have one called Animal that we're at 70 something right now. We're trying to get to 100,000. That'll be big for us. So we'll make about $10 maybe off that. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not.
Buy a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're taking everything away now.
Yeah.
So this Friday, you're playing at Sweeney's.
Yes.
And you're taping some footage for a new music video?
Yeah, for the song "Drink Me Heavy," you guys were talking about. We're gonna shoot some stage footage and probably mix in with other footage and see what I could come up with.
So to jump right in, thank you so much for letting me be involved in the Dig Up Her Bones video.
We
So
guess
much
what?
fun.
We took a shot. I was like, I'm going through the internet. You're one of my friends on the internet. I didn't know you personally, but you were one of my friends. I'm like, wow, she looks great here. She looks great here. She looks great here. She does makeup. I'm like, let me just take a shot and ask her if she wants to do it. And within a half an hour, she sent me footage, which is the quickest I ever got. Totally professionally, totally quick.
He's such a professional. He really is. Nobody's on top of it like Allie is.
Yeah.
I admire her so much for that.
Oh.
Quick. I told Dan, I'm like, I think I got Allie to help us out. She's willing to help us out. He's like, when you have it? I said, probably by the end of the week. Half an hour later, I had it. I'm like, I'm working on the video tonight. I said, I'm starting. So, yeah,
I was just about to sit down to do up a makeup look, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go real heavy with the black and white skull, put on the whole outfit, and just bang it out real quick.
Dude, it was great. It was exactly what we were looking for.
It sounds like
I wish we had more time. If we had more time, we brought you in and did more stuff. But I mean, what you gave me was perfect for what we did. We wanted to make it look campy looking, and it fit perfect. Totally taking the one shot where you're dancing. I totally took the idea from the Danzig video from I think She Rides. And I was like, let me see if I can get something like that. And then I messaged you back, and I was like, all right, I don't want to offend her, so I hope this is okay with her. I didn't want to just do that without asking you,
Well, it was actually really fun because I am friends with Jerry Other, and I was going to see him. I think it was the week after that Actually, it might have been the day before. I had gone down to AC to see him. They had this like elephant talk, like it was for autism and really cool event. But I had sent him the video and I was like, I got to know what you think of it. And he didn't get a chance to see it. So he actually pulled it up at the event with him and his friends and watched it. And he definitely approved. It was awesome.
Amazing.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I think we're all big Misfits fans and Danzig fans. Actually, our bass player's floating around here somewhere. Actually, he just went upstairs. Oh, he's outside smoking, probably. He's floating around somewhere. Yeah, we're all big Misfits fan, and I don't know if we're going to do it all the time, but every time we put out an EP or a record, we try and put in a cover that. I mean, the Misfits song's not too far from what we do. We did do a Duran Duran song on the first album we did, or the first LP, and that was fun. So we try and switch it up a little bit with some of the different ones, But that one was fun. That was our bass player came and said, would you want to do this song? I'm like, I love this song. I said, I don't know if I could sing it, but I'll try it. And we got it to work.
It's so good. It's so good. And trust me, so many people like cover their songs. I am very, very picky. Like, honestly, other than that one, like the only other one that I will give props that did them like full justice was Metallica's "Die Die Die, My Darling." Like,
yeah. I'll take that company. I'm happy with that company.
Yeah, like I was so happy with it, and I just loved being part of it, and it was fun that just happened to be the song because that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I mean, listen, anytime you want to get involved, I'll throw it out there. If you're available, you want to get involved, get involved.
So with Friday, you said dress to impress. What are you thinking? Because I was saying earlier, that automatically makes me think of like Great Gatsby and like.
Yeah, anything that looks cool that'll stand out. We're trying to get. We're not the most interesting looking bunch of guys, so we need something else. For people to look at. Listen, I'm sure they'd rather look at you than look at me in the Dig Up Our Bones video. So that works.
Well, I'm definitely planning on coming down. What time does that start at?
I think it starts at 8. We're on 3rd.
10-ish.
We're probably on about 10, so I would get there a little bit before that. Unless you can make the whole night, of course.
I'm gonna try.
We're going on 3rd, and there's I think Dave Weekly's band's opening up first, and then it's Boss Hydro, then it's us, and then closing out is Heliotrope, if I can say that right, Heliotrope, and they're closing out the show after we're done.
So you guys play all over Philly. What would you say is your, and don't mean to put you on the spot, but I've been going to a lot of venues because I just started managing a band that they're based out of Central PA and we're trying to bring them over. What would you say is your like home spot that you guys just love to play at? That's a venue for original music in Philly.
That's a tough one now. Just because there's so many that closed up. A lot of the ones that we liked are closed
During
down.
that COVID, a lot of them closed.
Yeah. So, I mean, right now, I don't even know what usually there's one spot where you're like, that's the spot I like. I don't know if we got that right now. Right now, I mean, right now, Sweeney's is pretty nice. It's funny because last time we played there, I haven't played there in a couple of years, and I was like, it was kind of real lit up, and it looked like a regular bar with like its long. I don't know if you've ever been to Sweeney's, but it looked okay. But last time I went in there, it looked great. They redid everything. I was like, I couldn't believe it was the same place. So that's a pretty cool spot right now.
It has more of a vibe now.
The Landis, but we don't know when we'll be back here. That's a beautiful spot. But we played there last year, and we haven't been back yet. So
Bar 13, we played there a few times.
I like Bar 13 is very cool. That's in Delaware.
It's a cool metal bar.
It is. They have a lot of cool goth industrial nights. I just saw they're an industrial. If you don't know what Bar 13 is, it is a industrial bar in Delaware. You should check it out. Every Thursdays they have goth industrial nights, and Mike Saga's the DJ, and it's cool. It's really cool. You should go there. They have really cool shows. Bloodsport just played there. I think last Friday they had a record release party.
Oh, nice.
there.
Yeah, I've been like really digging in, trying to find like just cool venues.
Yeah, it's
'Cause,
tough.
I mean,
It's tough right now. We're actually looking to try and branch out a little bit and play some different areas. It's just got to be, it's going to be a weekend warrior thing if we do it. Where we're just doing like a Friday and a Saturday, maybe a Sunday if it's early, and just so we could do it during the weekend. We got more time, and but it's tough right now because a lot of places did close up. I mean, I lost track of how many closed up, but a lot closed up. So there's not really, there's a lot for cover bands and stuff like that. I mean, they're always booked, but for
that's all we're
originals,
finding.
yeah, originals, it's a little rough for originals. It's almost like you got to piggy bank on each other. Or piggyback
Yeah.
on each other. So it's like if say your guys, we get them to play a show with us, and then wherever they're from, we'll play a show with them, and you kind of help each other out. That's the best way to do it, and you find new spots you didn't know.
Definitely, I've been going around to all of them. I mean, I really liked Craft Hall. Craft Hall was really.
Where's that at?
It's down on Delaware Ave.
So it's got to be near me then, right?
It's
Wow.
like
More bands there.
I don't know if you remember the Roxy and Bamboo Bar, but it's like kind of like next to that, like down, like
Is it close to where did I go see Amigo at? Fillmore, not the Fillmore, the other place, the Bowling Brew or Bowling Brew. Right?
Oh, are you talking about the Brooklyn Bowl?
Brooklyn Bowl, that's it.
Okay, so Brooklyn Bowl is next to the Fillmore. That's not owned by the Fillmore. That's owned by another company.
it's right next to Club Roar because
then-
that used to be the Bamboo Bar in Roxy. I'm like,
I don't think I've ever been there. Yeah. But is that a cool spot you said now?
yeah, it seemed like a really cool spot. They were open to original music, so I mean, like,
Yeah, we got to look into it. What was that other place that we keep talking about trying to get in the Brooklyn Goblet? That's supposed to be another good place.
Oh, the Broken Goblet. Yeah,
a
they're
friend of mine actually, she is the bartender.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Kristen.
Very nice.
Shout
I
out to
really like that
Kristen
store.
at the Broken Goblet.
There you go. These guys should hook us up with a show. You guys could MC it. Get your band, our band. It'd be cool.
Definitely. I believe with the Broken Goblet, she said that you send your info over and you leave it on their answer machine and they kind of go through and pick and choose where you kind of fit in.
Nice. No, yeah, that works for us.
Also,
Yeah, we're out because we don't play. I mean, right now we play out. We go and run, so we'll play straight for 3-4 months, and then we won't play for 3, and we'll play 2. So it's really depending on the show. We won't play any show, but we'll play a show. Either if it's fun or whatever, or if it's worth playing. Not that I won't say that, but there's certain spots that we're like, it's 2 hours away on a Thursday night. That's not our deal, but I mean, you know how it is.
also
I definitely feel you. Like, it's hard for me even to get out to like see some of these bands. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, just come to the show." I'm like, "Yeah, I can't. It's like 2.5 hours away."
Yeah,
But
it's tough.
yeah, I'm my friends and I, we've been working really hard on just trying to like get some really cool venues going in Philly on board with some of these bands that we love.
Yeah.
Maybe do like a pretty little podcast. Like,
yes, thing.
Yeah,
live
that's the way to go. You do it like that, and that'll be cool. I mean, even like you said, Bar 13. We actually, our first initial idea when we were talking about that months ago was we wanted to talk to them and try and do the Dig Up Our Bones video there initially because we were like, they do the crazy night, so we're like, we should do it on the crazy night. Where they have all the stuff going on. We're like, fuck looking at us. Let them look at everything else. It's way more interesting, And we just ran out of time. We just ran out of time.
You know what? This summer we went to this place in Philly. It's called The Other World.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if I had to make a music video somewhere, I would definitely do it there. There's just like rooms of just cool things to take photos of and like to interact with, like very cool spot.
Nice.
Where's this at? Last Sunday? Is that what that was?
Last Sunday?
Yeah. Is that when you went?
Was it last Sunday at Dan?
No, we went for the grand opening. It was actually like the end of summer. But but it's where
You want to sit here? Want to switch off?
Yeah, we're good. In the background.
Must be a bass player.
That's right.
so let's get into your EP that is now available on all streaming sites. Synthetic World.
Oh, yes.
Yep, demo.
Oh, what about it?
Yeah, what about it?
Sorry, I can't hear. What was
For
that?
our viewers, they're at the School of Rock, so
Yeah, it's
noisy in here.
Let there be rock.
Let there be rock.
Let
Let
there
there be rock.
be
Yeah.
rock.
so I want to hear all about the new E EP.
Yeah, we have what? How many songs?
It's
Six songs?
Well, count the intro. It's 6 songs. One cover, "Dig Up Our Bones." It opens up with a song called "Feed the Machine," which talks about kind of everything that's going around in the world today. So that's on there. The second song is "Poison in Your Head," which we did put a video out for. I don't know if you've seen the video for that.
Video we did for this EP.
Yep.
Poison in Your
That
Head.
one's good.
And then "Drink Me Heavy's coming up next. So we just released that on Spotify, even though the album's up, but we've released it as a single on Spotify. We're gonna start shooting the video this Friday, and both of those songs and "Blood Red Rose" was also actually the whole EP except for the cover song was played on MMR in August. They were playing it.
Yeah.
I saw that. That's so exciting.
Yeah, it was cool. Definitely cool.
We're band of the month.
Yeah, for the month, only for the month.
It was a long month though.
It was a long month. Even though 1 week they didn't play us because Bruce Springsteen was here. We got totally jerked off by Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
They probably just played him for like the whole week that week.
Yeah. That's what was crazy. But yeah, so hopefully we're gonna try and get some bigger venues, bigger shows. Try and get on some nationals. Yeah, we're trying to branch out a little bit. See what we can do. Yeah, and we're writing. This is probably the last show until we do the next cycle of songs, which we started writing already. We'll start rehearsing them probably next week, and then probably January, February. We'll probably start playing out again in February, and probably back in the studio March, April maybe for another summer release.
Wow.
So yeah, we don't stop writing at all. So
But if we don't do that, don't call us liars.
Yeah.
Things can change.
Yeah.
So with your writing process, how do you guys kind of go about it? Like with having multiple members?
Yeah, Dan will usually have an idea. He'll email it to us, kind of work on it individually, and then when we come here, we all work it out.
Yeah, it's somebody will come up with a riff. They'll send it to usually me. I'll come up with a melody idea. I'll send it to Dane. Dane will come up with guitars. Joe will put his part in. I'll fluff it all up. And then we have one of our outside buddies, Don, that does a lot of writing with me, that does a lot of melodies and harmonies, and he sings some backup stuff. And so he writes with me. He's been writing with me and Joe for the last 20 years off and on. He's one of our best friends. So he's like our ace in the hole kind of guy. So he's the Desmond Child of the band, yeah. So once the process starts, like right now, we got about 6 laying around that we already started, and probably about another 10 that's floating around with ideas. And for the 6 that we have, it's either Dane, Joe Mal actually just did something a couple weeks ago, and Danny. And then once I get it, I'll start seeing if I can do anything with it. If I get a little stuck, Don will come in. We'll work out some harmony stuff. And then we'll go, okay, got an idea. And then everybody will kind of learn it and then put on their own thing. They'll change up whatever they change to make it sound like them. And it usually fluffs it up at the end a little bit with some cool little guitar layering. And then we practice it. That's it. They're like pre-production within pre-production,
I love to hear how different bands, like, especially since you guys have such a cohesive sound. Like, I love to hear kind of your own process of how you go about it.
Yeah, it's wacky. Like, we'll send stuff 3:00 in the morning to each other sometimes, and if I'm the way I work, if I'm on something, I'll be on it. So sometimes I hit something, sometimes I strike out, but I'll send it out, and Dame will either go, "Wow, that's great," or
I'll laugh.
Or what the fuck is this?
I usually laugh at it or say it's great.
I mean, is your daughter asking for a Christmas song?
Which one, Joe or Ahmed? Both of them.
Ahmed.
Okay.
Does she want a Christmas song? Yeah, write her a Christmas song. Oh yeah, she's already working on it right now.
Listen, I would love to do. What was that Year Without Santa Claus with the two brothers? So I would totally want to do that.
Right now, we're working on a cover of Wham's "Last Christmas."
There you go.
They have a band. It's called Skeleton Kitties.
It's amazing.
It's true. It is true. It is true. And she's the only one that has a pink shirt.
Yes.
We actually had to commit to her that there's only one pink MonteCarlo shirt. She's the only one that's allowed to have the pink
It's got
MonteCarlo
a skull on it.
shirt. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
She's gonna be famous.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. Like, I mean, with the way she was doing that, I mean, she's
a trip, yeah. She's
very entertaining.
And then we got
So I gotta
Bill
know,
Gal's daughter,
how did-
Haley, is our merch girl. She does all the merch and stuff like that. So
Oh, that's great.
yeah, we got everybody kind of involved, you know.
So how did you guys meet?
Well, me and Dame go back at least from one of my first bands. He used to come see me when he was obviously a little kid, but you're only a couple years younger than me. But yeah, he used to come see me and Joe. Me and Joe played in a band called Grand back in the day. And Dame was starting out. He played in a band, and they opened for us at one time. And that's how we got together. Then Dame went into Juliet's Vice with Dan and Joe. Me and Joe played multiple bands together. And then Dame did Mach 22 while I was doing Silent Night Saints. Dan was doing the Prima Donnas. And Ahmed was floating all over playing with everybody at the time. Probably then he joined Mach 22.
Yeah.
But Ahmed was actually on, what were you on, Metal Blade? He was on Metal Blade. He was signed to Metal Blade at one time. Yeah. What was the band called, man? Phoenix Morning.
Wow.
The video's still up.
Yeah, the video is still up. What was the song called? Remember the song?
Cross 26 Winners.
It was on MTV.
Crossroads. Yeah, it was actually played on Headbangers Ball, so he's very happy about that.
Headbangers Ball. It's what got me through all high school, man.
There you go.
Saturday night, 11:30.
Yeah, so we all kind of knew each other. It's weird. The Philly area, you could probably grab 25 bands, and half of them played with each other at one time or another. It's like, well, this is who you end up with now. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, me and Joe have been in and out of the same bands 1,000 times.
Easy.
Yeah, so we're all kind of used to each other. Dan even jammed with one of our earlier bands that just never did anything with. So we all kind of knew each other. Med was the last guy I met, but I knew Med played with Damien. And we were like, this guy's really good. And he played bass at the time in the band. So Med also plays bass, plays guitar, plays a little bit of drums. So we were like, okay, so we actually did the first single, Animal. It was me and Dame initially.
We didn't have a band.
We had a bunch of guys that we had guests on it that were musicians in the area. And it was during the pandemic, and Dame was going to do a solo thing. And I was thinking about doing a solo thing. So we're like, all right, let's write with each other. We wrote with each other before. Let's just throw shit against the wall and see what happens. So Dame's idea was he was going to have a bunch of different musicians and singers, and that was going to be it. And he asked me if I wanted to write. We wrote one. We put a song called Paradise Lost out actually first, and it did really well quick. And we were like, wow, that's crazy. Then we did Animal, and Animal kind of did real good. And we were like, I guess we got to start a band now. So, and he didn't.
Yeah. How do you know?
yeah, I don't know. But so that's what kind of happened. And we actually Dan's in the video, but Dan wasn't in the band yet. But Dan was in the video because we had two guitars. We wanted another guitar player. Joe Mel was just moving back from Texas, so he wasn't in the band yet. Ahmed played bass in the video. He played bass on the track.
Right.
And what happened was, me and Damien looked at each other. Rick, who was playing with us, Rick moved to Nashville. And we're like, okay, so let's ask Dan. Dan was in to do it. And I was like, and I said, Dame, does Ahmed now play guitar? He's like, yeah, why? I was like,
no, you were like, oh man, I wish Ahmed played guitar.
I wish Ahmed played guitar.
Like, you say that because he actually does.
So I was like, I want Joe Mel to play with us, but I'm not going to say, Ahmed, because I love Ahmed, and Ahmed was there first, right? So I was like, my dream thing would be, does Ahmed play guitar? He's like, as a matter of fact, he plays guitar. I'm like, no fucking way. And that's how that all worked out. And we're like, wow, it actually worked out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I love hearing the stories of how bands come together and how they meet. I have a friend that actually had great things to say about Damien.
Oh, nice.
Chris from Crown of Earth.
Oh, guitar player
yeah,
Chris.
yeah.
Guitar player Chris, yeah.
He said that you actually had helped them out I believe, twice when
Yeah.
they needed someone, and he was just saying what a great guy you are and how nice and like.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player.
Yeah, they're all good dudes.
Yeah.
Had to throw that out when you were saying how everybody's kind of played together. And
Yep.
At one time or another, or filled in for somebody or wrote with somebody. Yep.
so, is there anybody from any of the bands, or even just anybody in general, that you guys would like to collaborate with?
We're open to anything. Yeah. Yeah, we're open to anything pretty much. You know.
Show-wise or song-wise?
Wow.
Either or.
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
I just realized that MonteCarlo was in the building.
Yeah, they all left. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're up for anything. Yeah, we're up for anything. Yeah, there's nobody in particular. There's a lot of good talent around here, so there's nobody really in particular. You know, I'm in for anything. Yeah, yep. So,
or even anybody that you would like to play a show with that you haven't been able to yet, or that you have played a show with and you'd like to play another one?
Anyone who's bigger than us.
Yeah, anybody that could draw, we could open up for. That's the move.
Yeah, seriously.
So we can be in
Yeah.
front of more people.
Somebody that's on a bigger level than us, we'll be happy with.
So what would you say is your most popular song?
Probably Animal.
Animal, probably right now, still, yeah.
Actually, a lot of the new stuff with the keyboards, people really seem to dig. Poison,
Yeah. The new stuff, we added in some keyboard stuff, so the new stuff's got a different dynamic, you know. So it, yeah, it's just I would say overall, Animal's probably got the most plays.
Poison your head, people.
Poison's pretty good right now.
They like that, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of this stuff's only been out for a couple months, so it's hard for me to judge as far as hit-wise goes on Spotify and all that. But overall, the new stuff's been pretty working. Blood Red Rose is another one. Yeah, so all the new stuff's doing pretty good.
How do you feel that you've evolved since that first song to now, as far as your like style?
So much more. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, when we started out, I was playing guitar and writing the songs because there was no one else. But now, you know, with these guys, especially, you know, Dan wrote a lot of the songs, and then when everyone else's input afterwards, it's just, you know,
yeah,
it's just so much better. You know, having
I would say
5 people involved.
Yeah, we got five different angles now instead of just 2.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, so it opens up for some stuff that you're like, wow, what's that? And some stuff that you go, nah. So, you know, it's back and forth till you find, because we're pretty much, if it's a good song, it's a good song. But there's definitely a little bit of boundaries. You know what I mean? There's not many boundaries. I'll go for anything, but there's a little bit of boundaries that some of them might be like, that's 1983. You know what I mean? Or that's 2002. You know, but we like a mixture of it. If it's a mixture of it, then that's okay. You know?
What's your favorite song to perform?
Perform?
Yep.
Blood Red Rose. I like that one a lot. Yeah. Joe? Blood Red Rose. How about you, Med?
Feed the Machine.
Feed the Machine. Danny?
Poison in Your Head or Drink Me Heavy.
Yeah.
Some that people know and sing along. That type of thing.
Damo?
Yeah, same as Dan.
And I do like Animal. Animal's always good because the reaction's good. So that one's always a cool one.
Nice. I cannot wait to hear you guys on Friday.
You gonna come out? Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Is Jess coming too? He's just too far away.
I'm in Philly.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Can you get to Sweeney's?
I can do my best. I will check it out. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, as individuals, who would you say are some of the people that have inspired you guys?
Kiss.
Yeah, we're all pretty much like into the same bands and stuff. Pretty much, we all like Kiss and like theatrical type bands. You know.
Wow, I think you are the first band that has ever come on.
That admitted to Kiss.
Really?
All kind of listen to the same thing. Usually, they're all jumping on each other like, "Oh, this."
Yeah, I mean,
It's
we
more than that. Though.
yeah, it's like, I mean, for my background, it's anywhere between probably the stuff that came out, like anywhere from old Motley Crue, Typo Negative, Danzig, Kiss, all that. I like it all. Alice in Chains is huge for me.
Any Merciful Fate? Or
Yeah.
anything? Like, I love all the, like, any bands that just really brought the energy from back then. Like, I feel like there was just, like, a level of, like, quality theatrical performances.
Yeah, you had to move. You couldn't if you were still, unless you had some crazy charismatic dynamic where you could stand. Like Lane Stanley could have just chilled and he didn't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
You know, other guys, you got to move around a little bit. You got to be more of a Bruce Dickinson or somewhere in between where nobody wants to see. Nobody wants, you know, nothing against anybody, but I don't want to be a bar band.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's great bar bands. I just don't see us as a bar band, you know?
I think it's amazing that you have a lot of these bands that are still performing, that are still bringing the exact energy. Like, I saw Danzig in Atlantic City. I was lucky enough to go to that show in September. I was blown away that he is like nearly like 70.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was one of the best performances I've seen this year.
Yeah.
I was like, she rides. I was it was incredible. We didn't just get all of Danzig 2, we got Danzig 3, and it was just like, it was like,
Yeah.
it was Danzig 1, 2, and 3. It was like incredible.
Yeah, the first. I mean, I like all his stuff, but the first 4, Jesus.
Oh, amazing!
It's definitely the best. Like my favorite's probably 2. I love 2. 2 is probably my favorite.
Perfect 2 is also my favorite.
Yeah, it's so good. There's not a bad song on it. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, me and Damien were in his car, and he's saying, "Listen to this melody. Listen to this melody." I'm going, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Like, you know the melody. So he winds up going, who was it? It was like a Kim Petras song, one of these new people, and it was Devil's Plaything.
Yeah.
It was the total.
Yeah, so good.
What? It's the same thing. Once you told me, I knew. I was like, oh shit.
That's wild. I love hearing samples and then being able to find them.
Yeah.
Yeah. King Diamond was another artist that I saw that because he was performing Merciful Fate songs, and I think it was like 30 years later, and I was like,
yeah,
he can sing, like blown away that performing these songs so many years later and still hitting every note. I was
he's great, man.
He's he is the king.
Yeah, I'm a big Fate guy. You guys like Fate at all? I like Fate. Yeah, I'm a big Merciful Fate guy.
Huge. Don't break the oath.
Great, scary as shit when you first hear. When you're a little kid, you put that on, you're like,
so good. One of my favorites.
I love the songs. My favorite Diamond record is probably The Eye. I love The Eye.
So good.
It's so good. Every song's so good.
So, can you share a memorable moment from one of your live performances?
I don't know. I really like when we did the Masquerade show. I thought the stage was fucking awesome. Or the Landis. Same thing. I probably playing the Landis and looking behind you and seeing this big screen with your logo on it. The pictures were cool. We're like, wow, that's pretty weird. Damien's probably got the biggest one out of all of us. You could tell them you're too, Dame.
Well, what Bert said was cool for us.
For MonteCarlo itself.
Yeah, playing that because of the big theater, and they had like this huge LED screen behind us, and with like these effects, it felt like a real like.
It felt like you were somebody for about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Then they kicked us off. Oh, the Firehouse show was good. What Doesn't Become Ghost? That was a good show. Yeah, that was packed. That show was packed. Yeah, that was a good show. Firehouse in Mount Holly. Mount Holly. Yeah, Mount Holly. But Dame's actually opened up for not with MonteCarlo, but with the previous band he was in. He's opened up for Guns N' Roses, and he's also opened up for Bon Jovi. So he's done both.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Pretty weird,
So
going to the stadium and seeing your buddy up there on a fucking big screen. It was pretty wild.
It must be a surreal feeling.
It was
So
weird.
how important would you say that live performances are to you guys? And what can fans expect if they come out to your show?
High energy, probably, yeah. Energy more than anything, yeah. You know, we just want to put on a good show. It's not about the perfect note. It's not about being perfect. It's about just throwing it all out there. You know, trying to get a feeling. And if somebody leaves with a melody in their head, then you've done your job.
And being close to perfect.
You're being close to
Almost
You'll be
perfect.
entertained.
yeah.
That's why I threw it in there about the unforgettable hooks, because your songs definitely have that. Like every time I hear them, I am literally like singing it. Maybe not all the words, because I am known for making up my own words sometimes, but
Me too. Me too. I make them up too.
I'm still trying to figure out what he's singing. Do you have a favorite?
of yours,
Yeah.
Just gonna have to hum the melody.
I would say probably Animal,
Oh, nice, cool.
but I mean, I guess I should probably go with your new one because I love that one too. And there's such like a different sound. Like I feel like the new one, it's harder, but it's also got like a totally different vibe as far as like you can see the growth in them. So I like them. I want to say equally.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, as long as you like them, it's good. I'll take that. But you're right. You could definitely tell the difference between the other guys coming in. You know, where it was just 2 visions, now you got 5 visions, and there's definitely a difference in energy. I mean, I definitely think the new record's probably heavier than the first one or the second one.
This one?
This one, yeah. This one's definitely heavier. It's heavier, but it's still melodic.
Yes, like I with some of the heavy metal now, and even like the heavy rock, like it's just kind of pulsing. Like with yours, like it doesn't really give me a headache, because I say to my son when he's got it like going on with the video games or with whatever, I'm like, oh honey, like the screaming, I don't know, but yours is like it's just got its own vibe to it.
Yeah, it's definitely a mixture. I mean, like I like some of the scream stuff too, but here's the thing: I think if you scream all the time, it's boring. If you're too soft all the time, it's boring. So you got to put in, you know, as a vocal guy, you got to put in the screams where you need them to be. It don't need to be all rah 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 rah. I mean, right now the format for radio is ridiculous. It's like all these, they either have a female or a male singer that's like, you know, the whole verse is pretty. Then it goes into this rah 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 thing, and then it goes into this halftime kind of emo chorus. And it's not that it's bad, but it's all the fucking same. It's all the same shit. It's like, wow, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's our age thing, but all these bands, I hate to use this, they sound the same because they probably said that back to us in the day. But it also, I can't, there's a lot of good stuff out there, but I can't tell who's who, you know?
I think there's a commercial level to a lot of bands are making themselves into that because that's what's doing well.
Yeah.
So they're all kind of just, you know, petri dishing themselves and transforming themselves into that formula because that's what's selling.
And that's how everything burns out, right?
That absolutely. That's definitely what's happening. But there are all different kinds of bands just doing their own things, like you guys, that are definitely breaking up that you know, stagnant, like you know, putting their creativity out there, and so things aren't as stagnant and just the same.
Yeah. I mean, listen, the only 2 bands that I think could get away with sounding exactly the same all the time and still are great are probably AC/DC and Slayer. They're the only 2 bands I think can get away with that. And maybe the Ramones. Yeah, the Ramones. But besides that, it's like you got to put some kind of, like, even you talk, I love the old Misfits, but the Misfits with Michael Graves. Oh my God, I still love it. It's a whole different dynamic, you know?
Yeah, it is. There are some hitters on, you know, Famous Monsters and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, they're both, but equally as good as the original stuff. I love the original stuff too. I just wish it's a shame the production wasn't so much better on the original stuff because they're great songs. Yeah, it's just the production, you know?
Yeah. I love you know, all I gotta say, I love terrible production, but I love bad from some perspective, bad music. So, you know, I'm all for like it. If it sounds like it was recorded on a Barbie microphone in the woods,
the band.
It's got a certain charm.
If a band's too slick and they're too produced, it's no good either. So it's like the first Motley record. Too Fast for Love. I love that it's on the
Love.
TV, you know. And then when it's too slick, and you're like, yeah, it sounds like everything else, you know.
Yeah. You like things like you wouldn't go to, like, you know, it's the same as going to like a tattoo studio and you like it, you like you don't want it too commercialized because it takes the charm out of it, you know.
Yeah.
Same, definitely.
But that's like the thing. Like back in the day when you got a tattoo, like I said, we're a little older, so when you got a tattoo, you're like, it was like, wow, it was special, right? Now everybody's got 1,000 of them. And you're like, yeah. Like you'd be able to tell somebody's doing something because of that kind of. Now everybody's got
Everything, and it's the everything's more extreme now because
it's the thing. Like nothing's like me and Damien were talking on the way here. We're wrestling fans, so me and Damien were talking on the way here. We're like, listen, if you're gonna have a table match against somebody and you're the main event, you can't have the match before you with somebody going through a table. You already ruined it. It's like it takes away from the, like when I go see bands, I don't want to see 4 bands that sound exactly the same. I want a little variety there, so there's something different for everything. If it's the same thing, then what's the big surprise? If Kiss had 3 bands that opened up for them to make up, it'd be like, it's just,
Are you guys psyched for?
wrestling do you like?
Isn't WrestleMania coming?
Yeah, WrestleMania is coming, and I just went to AEW like 2 weeks ago. It was awesome. I got to see.
Yeah, we like all that stuff. We're still kids at heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to ask, if you had to have a theme song to walk in, what would you say your theme song is?
If we were actual wrestlers,
I want to know.
I'll go last.
Probably. My theme song would probably be like A New Level from Pantera.
There you go.
I will come out. That just fires me up. I just want to.
That's funny. How about you, Dan? Dan?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you got to pick one. You got to pick a good one. You don't be picking no
Break stuff.
That's good.
Nookie. Yeah.
Nookie. Yeah. All for the Nookie.
Yeah. How about you, Joe Mel?
Blitzkrieg Bob.
Blitzkrieg Bob for Joe Mel. Men.
War Machine.
That's a good one. War Machine for Kiss.
Taz.
Yeah. I actually, for a very, very short period of time, one of my buddy wrestlers, I was doing some management stuff on the Independents, and I was coming out as a manager called Don Alberto. I did like the whole Italian thing with the hat, with the little cigar. It was fun. So I did that for a couple gigs for him, and I came out to, I don't know if you know the band. You know Dog Fashion Disco?
No, I don't think
You gotta look them up. They have a version of Grease, like the Grease song from the movie.
Oh, okay.
The heavy version.
Yeah.
I came out to that. That was my thing.
Oh,
that's awesome.
You got to hear it. Song's great, but it's hilarious.
Who did you say it's by?
Dog Fashion Disco, and it's the Grease cover.
Speaking of wrestling and music, I would just want to say shout out to Sidorak for hosting that show at the 2300. It was awesome and it rolled and it went really well.
Oh, did you guys go? That's right near me. Did you guys go this
a couple
weekend?
weeks ago?
Or was it last night or Saturday?
That was on the. That was October what?
October 20. I do go to
29th.
Yeah. It was
Halloween, the Halloween theme one, I think.
Yeah, the show at the 2300. It was on. Why am I'm being really bad with this right now. I should definitely know this.
Her boyfriend actually helped put that show
It was
together.
on October 27th, and we booked it. I didn't do. I ticketed at the door, and everybody got exact change. Pat on the back. I killed it.
What was the company again?
That
SW?
Yeah, it was at the ECW arena. It used to be the old.
Yeah, 2300. Yeah, it's right near me. But what was the wrestling company?
Oh, that was Sidorak. That was that's a band. They booked a metal show there.
Oh, they did. Oh, they booked a metal show there. Okay.
Yeah, it was Sidorak, Red Brick, Terror Rain, and I think like one other band that I'm being really bad right now. I'm not remembering this. But it was amazing, and definitely.
We're gonna have to get on Frank and tell him MonteCarlo.
Yeah,
Monte
we're from the
Carlo
area.
down there.
We're from. I know Roger that owns the place, so we're from the area. So like I've been there. I've been there when they had 3PW. I did security for 3PW when they had that down there for a while. So I was down there, doing our thing. We actually played there at Masquerade. That's where we played 2300 Masquerade.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah, about a year ago.
Oh, I forgot. The Union Underground.
Union Underground.
No, the
Underground Arts.
Underground Arts.
Underground Arts. Yeah.
I love Underground Arts. I'm there like every week. They have a bunch of shows. It is. I love the Neon Lights. Shout out to Underground Arts. You guys are a great venue. Thank you for giving me my money back that one time. There were 2
There you
shows
go.
on night. I went to the wrong show.
Awesome.
But, yeah, that venue. And just like lots of great venues in Philadelphia. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to the club.
Yeah, we're on the list. We want to play the Underground.
Yeah, they rule.
With you
And
guys
I never-
having your personal
I wanna
lives
play
and your
Ground next
music
time.
career.
Yeah, I like it there. Yeah, it's cool.
With you guys having your personal lives and your music career, how do you guys balance that?
We say, hey, I'm going out.
Yeah, that works. That works all the time. I get thrown out. Go ahead, go. See you later.
You wait here while I go.
Yeah, mine's is easy. That's the problem. But yeah,
We're busy. We're busy, yeah.
yeah. So we try and. I mean, pretty much that's what we
That's
do.
all.
We just pretty much work and do music, and
Music.
or like Joe, just do music. Yeah.
So how does the band stay connected with the community, and how do you guys support to the Philly music scene?
Go and see our friends play.
Yeah, you go see.
As
I mean,
often as we
yeah.
can.
Yeah, you try and get out to the club, support everybody. I mean, they come out to see
The
us
other bands.
also.
Yeah.
That's the way you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to look at it if you're like a bartender or a barmaid. You go see your friend. If you're bartending somewhere else, they go see you. It's like, I mean, really, if you look at it, and some of our friends have said this before that play in other bands, the biggest crowd you get are usually the other bands. That's half the problem probably in the scene, but they all do support each other. So, like I said, the Philly scene's pretty good as far as a lot of good musicians, and they all do come out and see each other. They do. Not just getting the people out. That's the.
We were just talking about that the other day. Like, it's nice to see that the younger bands, they're staying for each other.
Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Important.
they're like the bands that don't stay to watch the other ones. It's almost like everyone knows you're not staying.
You got to sneak out with the bag.
I always take a mental note of those who don't stay.
We have a good excuse.
Yeah.
Doctor's note.
Yeah, but there's like 4 or 5 people in a band. Like not 1 or 2 people can stay.
At least half
You
should
know what I
stay.
mean? It's like,
Yeah, at least half should stay. And usually I know Joe Mal's usually there till the end of the night. He's always there till the end, so he's a guarantee. Dave's a guarantee because he picks up the pay. So, but yeah, I mean, we try, but that's probably most of the support's from the other bands. Really more. That's. And then their people see you, and you just work with each other. That's why it's important to, sometimes do a run with the same band once or twice, 3 times, and then move on, switch it up a little bit, so everybody gets familiar with each other. We all like the same stuff, or somewhat the same stuff.
And so, as far as earlier, you said, I know that you're playing at Sweeney's. Did you say that that's your last?
It's going to be the last show this year, and so probably till February, unless something great
Unless
pops
something
up.
else
Unless
comes
something
up.
great.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm going away in January, and Damien's away. Damien will be in Nam.
Man,
There.
yeah, that's like
for the music showcase thing.
there's 20 something other days we could play.
Yeah, and I'm away the same week, so
We just don't have anything booked yet for the rest of the
yeah, it's
Yeah.
nothing booked yet. But we're
Hey, if you got a show you want to play, you want us to play in January,
hit us up. Yeah, it doesn't mean we're out. Just hit us up.
What are some of your goals for the upcoming year? as far as a band.
Yeah, I guess you always want to expand your fan base, get more people to come out, so that's always the number one goal.
Yeah.
Get more people to check out your music.
Yeah, write, record, and try and get more asses in the seats. Yeah.
And when did you say that you are coming out? Because you just released some. When does the next grouping, do you think it's going to be released?
Maybe summer.
Sometime in the summer, like probably like we did last year. Maybe August,
May,
September,
June.
May,
Yeah.
Depending. I mean, we were pretty quick last time in the studio, so we actually were done probably like a month before we put it out, month and a half before we put it out. So yeah, probably around the same time. Maybe get on that MMR barbecue show if we're lucky, and that'll be perfect timing. So
that's our goal.
That's the next goal probably. So we're trying.
The MM barbecue?
Yeah, we're trying to get on that.
Yeah, Sidearm was the band that was playing for all the acts that went up on the side stage.
Yeah.
Dame was DJing it too. Dame helped DJ it with Jackie that day. So that was cool.
Yeah, that was a huge turnout. It was nice to see everybody coming back out, and it was great.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I mean, the whole vibe was just awesome. I ran into so many people that I hadn't seen in years, and everybody was just in a good mood and just there to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep.
I don't remember who played, to be honest.
Did Billy Idol play this year, or was that?
It was Billy Idol and Shinedown.
Shinedown's always good. They're always good live.
Yeah.
Who else played that? It was
Dirty Honey, maybe.
Dirty Honey when he played it. Yeah, but Shinedown. I heard Billy Idol was still good. He's got to be his late 60s, right? At least, maybe more. Yeah, he sounded good. I heard. Yeah, he still looks great.
He still did his thing.
Yeah.
He entertained.
Yeah.
So real quick, because we're running out of time. I don't want to hold you guys all night. Now you got stuff to do. Real quick, I wanted to go through and kind of go over your social media so that people know how to find you and how to talk to you and the whole 9 yards. Now, your videos are up on basically all the streaming sites. You've got Spotify, YouTube. Which one's
iTunes, Amazon. Yeah, we're on all of them pretty much.
Yeah. Seriously, like every streaming site we're on.
Yeah.
Shazam.
And they're all running across the bottom of the page as we speak. Also,
Facebook.
If somebody is trying to reach out to you for the band, what is the easiest way to contact you?
Throw some flares up. Flare gun.
We always have this discussion because everybody's kind of got their go-to site, whether it's Facebook, Instagram,
Facebook,
TikTok.
probably.
Facebook, Instagram,
and the website, right?
And the website.
Yeah,
we do have the website. What's the website? MonteCarloBand.com?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. That's where you get t-shirts.
It's all going across the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got it all set up.
Nice.
You know better than us.
You're more organized than us. Yeah.
And again, all of our followers, please go on and like Overwatch. I mean, share everything, all the songs. They just released a bunch of brand new ones. What was it? 10?
6.
6.
For the last EP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But even their old stuff, go back, listen to how they've progressed since Animal to Drink Me Heavy. We want to hear what you have to say. They love to be overwatched.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there anything else that you would like to say to new followers that are going to take a listen to your music right after this?
I'd like to thank you for doing the video for us first. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you. I had so much fun.
It was
very cool.
It was cool.
Thanks for
and
having us today.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for having us on today. And I mean, maybe we could have you. We do a podcast also. Maybe we could have you guys on the podcast one night if you just want to do that.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, we talk. mostly rock music. We do a lot of reviews back and forth. We talk
Movies, shit.
a lot of goofy bullshit, all stuff we all like, you know.
I love
So,
that.
yeah. So we just want to say we would love to see everybody Friday night if they can make it out. Watch the videos, go to Spotify, do the streaming. You want to come up and sing with us? Come up and sing with us. Have a good time.
Is
You
this
know?
live now or
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Okay.
Wednesday.
And we did release Dig Up Her Bones, and we linked it to all your sites. So if you are looking for them and you want an easy way, boom boom, 2 clicks, you're right there, and you can listen to all of their new music.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
thank
Allie.
you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to come on.
Anytime
thanks for
anytime you
having
want
us.
us, call us up. We're in.
And I will definitely see you on Friday.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a
They're so nice.
I know, they are so nice. I'm so excited to see them live.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
I never know what to do when someone says just to impress, because my just to impress is like
I
over the top.
already. So when people are like, look nice, I'm like, you gotta give me more than that. Because you're gonna get themed Met Gala. Like, if you like,
I feel the same way.
tell me one time you've went completely overboard. Because I'll tell you mine.
Every time I go out.
Yeah, right. Somebody told me to look nice for the rehearsal dinner for their wedding, and I thought they meant like formal.
You wore a red dress, didn't you?
I didn't wear a red dress. I would never do that. Or red shoes. What I did is that I wore like a floor length because I thought it was like a rehearsal. Like, you look really nice. Everybody else was in like just like a nice like golf shirt and jeans, and I was like in a fucking floor length. And then luckily the bride is like one of my like besties, so she was like I love you so much, you stupid bitch. She was like, I forgot to tell you. She said, I told you to look nice because everybody else, like, I told them that because everybody else, like, usually is just like in like their work clothes or like work shirts or like, you know, whatever, like grass stained sneakers. And I told you look nice when you normally are very like, you know, so I didn't. So you took it as like come in the floor length. Everybody all night was like, "You look like you're the one getting married." I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Stop."
Yeah, I do that so many times I can't even count. But like the mistake that I keep making and I just never learn is like I don't dress for the weather.
I don't either.
I never dress for the weather.
Except we do.
I mean, like, it can be the hottest day and I'm rocking a windbreaker. And then, like, it's the coldest day. And, like, tonight, I mean,
You're like tank top. It is cold out.
it is.
It is horrible out
But
now.
I'm going to tell you, I, like, live in my Milwaukee, like, heated jacket.
I've been literally online Googling that. Also, I have been, you know, the little cropped Uggs? Like the cropped Ugg platform Uggs. I
Oh,
am
yeah.
so obsessed with them. And I am at the point where I'm so obsessed with them, and I'm like, I need these for my winter wardrobe so much that I'm now getting angry when I see other people wearing them. Like, I see people on the street wearing the Uggs, and I'm like, how dare you?
You know what?
Wear those Uggs in front of me.
I have a love-hate relationship with Uggs.
Because they get nasty after a while, or what? You got to tell me.
Yeah, that. I mean, I do have OCD, and I like really over like even just my extensions. Like I just naturally just constantly are going through them and like cleaning them. And I bought all the Ugg spray and everything. They're not attractive. They're really not.
Which Which one?
Like the Uggs, like in general, like the Ugg boots. I even like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get Ugg heels.
They made Ugg heels.
They're not comfortable. Like
Really?
when I think of Ugg, I think
Yeah.
of like foot bliss. Like
Yeah.
my feet are happy when they're in
Yeah.
Uggs.
Like
Like
you're in your sweats.
in the
and you're-
heel,
Yeah.
not so much. It's like all wooden. I mean, they're cute. They look like kind of like free people or like
I'm trying to show you my worst shoe purchase, which is like my worst and my best. I forgot I had these. All right, feast your eyes on the platform Timbs.
oh my god, I feel like you need to wear them right now. I have,
These
I
are
have
just
wedges. Wait, I have those in wedges. We should totally rock those
I
this
feel like
weekend.
we need to have like like a Jessica Simpson, Dukes of Hazzard, like
Are those your
or
size? They look big.
yeah, they are. They're 7.5 for all the you little foot freaks who want to know what size shoe I am. They're 7.5. They just look big. They are Jeffrey Campbell's, and I was like 18 and I had to have them. And have I worn them a lot? Absolutely not. Are they
I
ridiculous?
think you need to rock them with like a Carhartt
I
hat.
have a full body, like that full body onesie I have, and I have a friend.
Oh my god, we should wear. Oh my god, we should dress up like Gloomy Bear
I have the Gloomy Bear
on
onesie.
Friday. So do I.
That would be cute.
I even have the
You have the pink
slipper.
one or the
Do you have the slipper?
I don't. I have the pink one. My friend has a black one. I was like, the pink one's so cute. Even if we like,
The black one was completely sold out when I
yeah,
tried because that was the one that I wanted.
we should have a podcast episode where we do the Gloomy Bears. That would be really cute.
I'm obsessed with Gloomy Bear and I'm all about that. Did you see that they're like Gloomy Bear is coming back?
I know it's everywhere. I'm so excited.
Five Below started carrying Gloomy Bear. We went in because Jackson like loves getting
Yeah.
those little mystery things.
Mhm.
And we went in and I
Gloomy Bear's
literally
my
did a
husband.
dance for joy because they had all these little Gloomy Bear. They had the little guy from He-Man.
Okay.
I always forget his name.
Like
But
Skeletor?
what?
Not Skeletor,
Not
right?
Skeletor. I think it's He-Man. Or maybe it's Masters of the Universe. It's like the little guy with the
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
red cloak and he like black face. I don't know.
Mm.
But
Oh, I know.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like grab anything with him. I used to love him when I was little.
I love that.
I always liked like weird characters. Like on Sesame Street, I never liked any of the normal ones. I like the aliens that would come down that'd be like yeep, 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 yeep,
Really?
yeep. Yeah, oh yeah. Like with Prairie Dawn. Prairie
Yeah.
Dawn used to like the aliens used to come down.
Sesame Street, I was a count girl, obviously. We gotta represent the vampires. Oscar the Grouch, Wormy.
Wormy, I've
We love
Wormy.
Wormy. I'm a Muppet girl through and through. Like I'm obsessed
So
with.
was I.
I love Kermit the Frog. I am obsessed with Kermit the Frog. Miss Piggy is an absolute queen. There are not that many like
I was so obsessed with the Muppets when I was little. Like, if Miss Piggy was on, nobody could talk.
yeah.
Like, I wouldn't hear anything going on.
Yeah.
Like, it got weird with the Muppet Babies. Like, I wasn't into that.
Yeah.
But the original Muppets,
Mm-hmm.
and like, I'm one of those people that I remember people by kind of not giving them a nickname, but like referencing something. Do you know how many people that I've remembered their names through the years from the Muppets?
That's hilarious. Who's your favorite Muppet? Mine's Pepe, the King Prawn. I want to know yours.
I would probably say Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy is an icon. There will be, I just like can't think of
Like, I think it's even cute that they're still going where, like,
such cultural
Miss Piggy's like, she's like moving on and trying to get over Kermit and like dating other, like, I love it.
Yeah. There's just like, there's so much lore. There's so much like we love Muppets. I'm a Muppet girl. I saw
That was
some
the same with the Labyrinth and Dark Crystal and like all of those.
amazing. Jim
Jim
Henson.
Henson, like I used to be obsessed with basically anything he made.
It's incredible what he did. What a legacy.
Like the only one that I absolutely like wanted nothing to do with when I was younger was Barney.
Really?
I
think Barney.
hated Barney.
I rode for Barney the Purple Dinosaur. I rode for Barney. I was just saying things I will not rewatch as an adult. Land Before Time, because I'm protecting my peace.
Littlefoot.
Yes, those movies were depressing, and I am not revisiting
My
that.
favorite part is when Sarah, she's like, 3 horns never play with long necks.
Yeah. I am like protecting my peace. Those movies.
I can't watch E.T.
E.T.
It traumatized me as a kid.
E.T. also traumatized me, and I went on about this the other day, that if that thing walked into my house, I would I would beat it to death.
I thought that E.T. was like my best friend. I had an E.T. doll with the red finger.
Really?
Like I loved E.T. And when he turned white, I just mentally couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And I had a complete breakdown and literally hid under my bed for 4 hours, hysterically crying until I cried myself to sleep. I made my grandfather get rid of it. And to this day, I still have not seen that movie. I've gone through the ride at Disneyland just because it only showed at the end. It only showed like him being happy, like,
yeah.
But when he turned white, I couldn't handle it. I thought he was going to die.
I hated that thing. I took one look at that thing and I was like, absolutely. And I love aliens. I was just like, as a kid, I was like, not you. My mom loves E.T. She thinks E.T. is the cutest thing that ever. She's like, he's so cute. I was like, E.T. can get it. I was like, wind it up.
I was actually like sitting there the other day and I was like, you know what? I read Little Lost Girl when I was younger. And I actually I wrote about it for one of my like classes in like, I think it was 5th grade.
Yeah.
And I was laughing because I was actually just watching an interview the other day and here so did Pink.
Really?
Yeah. She was on the Drew Barrymore show and I just caught like a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
She did her book report too and she's like, how many people probably thought I was a weirdo? And you know what? I didn't think about it until she said that. But yeah, like that was an intense book. Like I loved it and I kept reading it over and over again because I was like, I thought Drew Barrymore was just it.
Yeah. I mean, she is. She comes from like a huge line of actors and actresses. Like she's like American royalty, and
She's one of the ones that got me into cosplay. Because there was this picture taken like, God, I know the books. I don't even want to put a date on myself. But it's called Sexy Crazy Cool. And it was done by this artist that took pictures of just all different celebrities and put them in this book. It was like a book that goes on your like coffee table.
Coffee table book.
And she did one where she was dressed up like Alice in Wonderland and she was like smoking the hookah with like, I just remember seeing that and I was like, you're just awesome.
You're like,
so awesome.
do that.
Like, you just made Alice in Wonderland, like, take on a whole new, like, thing for me.
That's
I
awesome.
think that's why I still like doing Alice in Wonderland cosplay to this day.
Yeah, because you have that association with it.
I have found that, like, after doing it so long, I like to mix things. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get as excited unless it's, like, something that I've never done. But with cosplay, I'm either mixing or I'm not that, like, thrilled with it.
Yeah. I get it. You want to put your own twist on things. Yeah.
Speaking of which, the pics that you were taking, did you take that today or
I
yesterday?
took them today. I'm still in my outfit for it. I just like, I'm getting back into my zone. Model, socialite. But yeah, if you know me, photography is my passion. Modeling is my passion, and it's super important to me. And I took a little hiatus. Now I'm back on my horse, and the ideas are flowing. When you are going through things, I think sometimes people will be like, "Oh, why aren't you doing that thing you like?" And it's like the same with like decades. I always say like
You gotta feel it.
in times of famine, people don't paint or create a lot, and then when you're doing okay, there's like the renaissance because everybody's doing better, so you can create. So now that doing a little better, I am getting back into enjoying the things that make my life so worth living, and modeling is one of them. And just like and photography, and it's just like such a deep passion of mine, and it's such a I can tell it's so important to you and a passion of yours because you are just amazing at it. And I'm lucky to have a friend who gets it and just like appreciates the artistry, and I think that's why we click so well. It's because like you just get it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, speaking of which, Kimberly Pace just released
She's
her
amazing.
November issue,
Mhm.
and she did like the dual cover like she did with Mandy and I before. It's got Mimi Fatan and Lilith. I'm not remembering her last name. Gorgeous, gorgeous women.
It
Like,
is
both covers, like, I literally was sitting there like, what cover do I even choose?
Yeah.
Like, Lilith she is stunning. Like, I know that Mimi's in other things and she's been in other magazines on different covers. Lilith is just stunning. I don't know where Kim found her, but wow.
That's so
Beautiful,
cool.
beautiful girl.
So excited to see more of that. Also, just like in general.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I always like go into like the end of fall and winter and I'm like, I'm gonna take all these cute photos and they're gonna be like kind of sexy, but like geared for winter.
Yeah.
And then usually I go to do it and I'm like freezing cold. Like, I see these models that are like outside and they're like taking these pictures, just like living it up. Like, my face is not gonna be like good if I'm cold. Like,
I really actually enjoy like the cold look that I get in a lot of my photos I take. So I will do the snow photo shoots.
I'm
They-
either right on or way off. I mean, my face, like, you could get maybe like 4 or 5 out of me.
and
And
then
then my body,
like,
like,
I'm going in the heated jacket. You're like, get me my Milwaukee right now. They're gonna have to sponsor us when I get mine. We're gonna Milwaukee heated jackets. Us two little bitches.
like, I don't know what I did before I had one of them.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I was really missing out on life. Like, to anybody that spends most of their time just being freezing,
Mm.
it's a lifesaver. especially for people that are standing outside waiting to get into concerts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, worth every penny. And that thing lasts like, depending what setting you have it on, like 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
I like get the littlest bit cold. I'm like, where's my jacket?
Yeah.
But so this weekend I went up to Victor's gallery opening
Okay. How would
for SML pop art.
Yes, I can't believe I've been doing this for this long. We have so many episodes, I'm still pointing the wrong way. But yes.
Do
And
you know last week was 6 months?
that's incredible.
Like, this is so much fun, but like it definitely feels like we've been doing this so much longer. Like I'll go, like when I'm posting, like I'll see past episodes like come up.
I think it's because we've grown so much while doing this. Like, we have come so far in this, and we've done such cool guests. We've done had such cool guests on. We've met so many amazing people through this, doing this, and I've made such good friends with you, such good friends with our producer, and really just been a team, and like have grown so strong together that when you look back on that growth, it feels like we've been doing it for so long.
And I think in the beginning, like I was so like I always want to represent, especially like bands or like people that are coming on, like I want to represent them in like the best way possible. So I was putting so much pressure on myself just to say the right thing and do the right thing. And like now I feel like I think it was almost I want to say it was when Jerry came on. Because
Yeah.
that was just like a moment for me.
Yeah.
Now I just want to enjoy every second.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to worry that I'm saying the wrong thing. I don't
Allie,
like
people like you for you. And people have said this about me because I always say I will always say the wrong thing and make the moments as awkward
it's
as
our thing.
people tell me though, that's why I like you. And I'm like, that means the world to me. I will make everything awkward for everybody in the room and say the wrong thing or just be like, I don't know what I'm doing. But that's what makes me me. And you're incredibly likable. And people come on here and we have people returning guests because and you are the glue and our producers is the glue and the people who work on this. I've been on other podcasts. This is not my first rodeo. But this is the first podcast where it feels like such
It's
a
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that like if I were to have a second where I'm just like lose my train of thought, you jump in, like I just feel like we really are doing something great with this.
I do feel like that. I feel like we're a family. I feel lucky to be a part of this with you. I am just like in everybody who's worked on this behind the scenes and the people watching. We appreciate you so much. This could not be a thing without everybody watching at home, and it's just like amazing. It's beautiful, and I'm really lucky. I'm just it's awesome.
It's so cool because I have so many people now. Like I only talk about honey badgers on this show.
Yeah.
Like I know I don't ever like go on social media and I'm like, oh, my spirit animal is a honey badger. Like I just don't do that. You would not believe how many people have referenced a honey badger to me. I'm just like, they are watching. They are watching.
I mean, we can see the numbers and see that people are. And I get, oh my God, do you know what I get? I get people screenshotting my face in like me making like a really horrible face.
Oh, I make really bad ones too.
Oh my God. I get people every week somebody, I get the screenshot of me and it's just me paused at like, and I'm probably that will be screenshot and sent to me. I assure you. But like it's that every week, and I'm like,
Dude, mine's like the worst. As soon as someone like if they pause the show,
Mm-hmm.
like I'll be talking to someone and I'm like, "Are you watching the show?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they'll be like, "Your face right now." I'm like, "Don't even worry about it when it's paused, okay?" Like,
Yeah.
who sits there and lets someone
I'm not a
pause?
plausible girl.
Like, I mean, I even know from actresses, like, there's so many actresses that I've paused them and I'm like, "Oh,
you're
like
like,
that is not your angle, but it's okay because I still love you." Like,
yeah,
you're okay
I
at
get
every
it.
other angle except for.
In the modern era.
Okay, we're getting yelled at.
All right. Thanks
Thank
for
you, everyone, for tuning in.